Hi there. Have another question. And the question is, how can I be happy if everyone around me is miserable? That is a great question. Okay, I'm turning the sucker off. Okay, that's a really good question. How can I be happy, feel happiness, when everybody else around me is feeling miserable? Well, that was really hard. And here's what I'm going to say to that. First off, you need to ask yourself how much you're allowing the words of other people to penetrate your body. And what I mean by that is, how important is it that the people around you are happy so you can be happy? Ask that. Because if it becomes extremely important for your comfort that people around you be satisfied and happy, and that's very common with highly sensitive people. Would you like to know why? Because when you're little, and the people around you are unhappy, it makes your life very, very hard. Remember? So you like it a lot when people are happy because they tend not to take out their happiness on you. People do tend to take out unhappiness on you. So that's maybe one of the reasons you learn to feel only comfortable when people around you are happy. Now, how do you become happy when the people around you are miserable? Well, it's quite effortless, actually. The first thing to do is to notice whether or not you can do anything about their unhappiness. Can you do anything about their unhappiness? If the answer is yes, if it's within your power, do it. And if they don't receive it, fine. And if they do receive it, well, they'll be happier. So if you can't do anything about their happiness, the next thing you do is, what can you do about feeling their unhappiness? Seriously, what can you do about feeling their unhappiness? Well, a lot of things and nothing at all. And here's the thing. If you don't want to feel their unhappiness, you simply find out where it is turned on in you, the trigger in you, and ask it. Ask your higher self, ask any way you want to ask to please allow that to be turned down, to have the volume turned down, because you know there's nothing you can do about it. One of the early mantras I used to say to myself was, allow them their path. I can do nothing about it. Nothing. So they can go on and be unhappy all on their own. They don't have to take me with it. That can be their crazy train and I'm getting off. Okay? Because the only reason people can move your feet is because you let them. So if you're not going to let them make you unhappy, then cool. Don't be unhappy. Now, here's the next question you need to ask yourself. If the vibration of misery or unhappiness is so great that you're absorbing it through your highly sensitive self, and that did happen to me a lot too, that I wouldn't know why I would feel so unhappy in this apartment that I lived in as a student, because I was perfectly happy. Yet I'd come home and after a while I'd feel miserable. It was because the crazy people around me were so miserable. And until I realized these were not my feelings, I don't have to try to process these feelings because they're not mine. So ask yourself, am I trying to process feelings that are not mine? As I was in this apartment alone, how could I possibly feel so freaking miserable? But then I get outside and I think, I feel so much better. I didn't realize that it wasn't the outside that made me feel better. It was the getting away from the misery of the apartment. You understand? So, are you being affected by other people's feelings? And if that is the case, you ask your higher self to let that go. A simple way to let it go is to surround yourself in imaginary white light. Have some nice crystals. One of my favorites is the purple one. I don't know, amethyst, there you go. Amethyst is very nice to absorb negativity around you. White quartz, fluorite. You can go to any crystal aficionado and get yourself some crystals to help you counteract, sort of be a satellite away from sending the energy of other people's stuff away from you. Another thing to do this is, and I've talked about this before, and I'm going to talk about it ad nauseum, pull your energy out from the edges of your field back into your body. Because if you are living at the edge of your field, you're going to absorb more stuff. Now you get out there because you don't like what's in here. So first you got to clear what's in here and then bring yourself back in. Okay? I will have a whole recording on how to do that. Okay. So one of the things you need to know about not being miserable is not participating if you don't choose. Eleanor Roosevelt said, nobody can make you feel anything without your permission. So remember that. And thanks for listening. Until next time, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.